Hey, good morning. Welcome in. And yeah, we are moving along into Unit 2. We finished discussing civilizations. We're still going to look at civilizations, but we're going to look at these civilizations develop and expand into an empire and what it means to become an empire. So we're going to examine that. Our first group that we're going to take a look at will be the ancient Greeks. Now, there are going to be 5 discussions on this. I might combine a couple of the discussions, but right now we're going to get into our first discussion on the ancient Greeks. So understand this. In ancient times, the location of Greece was not a united country. It was a collection of hundreds of city-states that sprawled out across the Greek peninsula. Okay, each of these city-states having their own identity, having their own customs, their own rules, their own forms of trade and commerce. Okay, the sea would shape ancient Greece. All right, much like the rivers of Egyptian Indus and the Fertile Crescent, Greeks were no less than 85 miles away from the sea. The main seas that engulfed the peninsula were the Aegean Sea, the Ionian Sea, and the Black Sea. Okay, as Greeks became skilled sailors, sea travel connected Greece with other societies. All right, sea travel was necessary because Greece was deprived of natural resources, including timber, metals, and arable farmland. It was very rocky, very bumpy, was not very fertile for growing crops. Okay, so understand this: rugged mountains, all right, are going to cover about 3/4 of the Greek mainland. Okay, the mountains divided the land into a number of regions. All right, this influenced Greek governments. All right, instead of having one uniform style of government, the mountains provided the chance for each city-state to have their own. This rugged terrain was difficult to travel. Okay, this limited travel time and restricted trade over land, so it became difficult to navigate. All right, this terrain also made it incredibly difficult to farm, as we mentioned. So again, rocky terrain, not very arable. It basically provided a lot of complications and problems for the Greeks. These rough conditions prompted some Greeks to seek expansion and conquest into more suitable farming areas. Yeah, hey, I can't farm, I can't grow corn, or I can't grow vegetables here, but over there down in the valley, those people, maybe we should conquer them and get to that. And that's what we're seeing is the concept of empire is expansion. All right, and that's what the Greeks are going to look to do. All right, so there's a really good map of ancient Greece. Um, it's going to show you a cluster of islands, broken mainland. The geography is very unique, but again, it's essentially shattered. You have all these different islands with varying sizes, and this provided different levels of strength, different levels of protection. So the geography is really going to kind of dictate how successful or unsuccessful these Greek city-states were. So you're going to see the early Greeks, and these are going to be known as the Mycenaeans. Okay, the Mycenaean civilization is going to develop. Some of the people who settled into this area was right around 2000 BC, and they became known as the Mycenaeans. All right, Mycenae would become a leading city, and it was led by powerful kings from 1600 BC to around 1100 BC. All right, around 1500 BC, the Mycenaeans would make contact with the Minoan people. All right, this sparked the value in sea trade. All right, Mycenaeans would travel to places like Egypt, Italy, Anatolia, and Crete. All right, Mycenaeans would also adopt the Minoan writing system and decorate verses with Minoan design. So again, that cultural diffusion, they're starting to get it from the Minoans. So understand this, all right? The Greeks are going to really immerse themselves into mythology and a belief in the gods. And we're going to talk about the Trojan War, okay? Often debated as either being a myth or an actual historical event, the Trojan War covers a 10-year period in which the Mycenaeans fought the city of Troy. This war was a result of quarrels between the Greek gods. So the gods were arguing in the heavens, and the war was the result. Our legend has it that the Trojan prince, Paris, stole Helen away from the Greeks. Okay, she was the beautiful wife of the Greek king Menelaus. All right, thus the epic is told from the perspective of the Greek poet Homer. Okay, his epic, the Iliad, chronicles the Trojan War. All right, in it, you will start seeing famous Greek heroes like Achilles, Odysseus, Hector. These are major Greek heroes that are depicted. A follow-up to the Iliad, okay, is the Odyssey. Some of you may have studied the Odyssey in other classes. This chronicles Odysseus' long journey home after the Trojan War. Here he encounters Medusa, the Cyclops, the Sirens, Calypso, and others. Okay, so you get the original and you get the sequel. So you get the Iliad and the Odyssey. Okay, there's a picture of Homer and Achilles. All right. So the Greeks created a rich set of myths. All right. These are traditional stories about their gods. All right. Greeks attributed many human qualities such as love, hate, jealousy, etc. to their gods. All right. Zeus, who is the ruler of the gods, he's going to live with his wife Hera on Mount Olympus. All right. Hera was often jealous of Zeus's relationship with other women. Okay. Zeus was kind of a player. He was out and about, and he's going to sire several children. Okay, Athena was a daughter of Zeus and his favorite child. Okay, the Greeks thought of Athena as the guardian of cities, especially of Athens, right, which was named in her honor. So what we see here, guys, is this devotion and dedication towards mythology and the gods. And it's a polytheistic religion. People in Greece are essentially they're attaching everything that occurs to the gods. All right. So when you look at a tragedy or a situation like the Iliad, so the tragic hero Achilles, and Achilles was kind of this undefeated hero who could not be beat. But in it, the story depicts his heel, thus the Achilles heel, as his one weak spot, and he's hit there, he falls, and is later killed in that war. So you have just this whole notion of mythology and the ability to pass these stories generation to generation. It's going to really be an important factor for the Greeks. Okay? So like I said, we've got multiple discussions. I might combine or blend some of them together. But that's our first discussion. It's our opener on ancient Greece. There will be a journal log that will be attached. But that's it. And we're getting into our empire building project, which I'm really excited for. But I'm wishing you guys all the best. Take care of yourselves and have a great day.